Welcome to our Isle of Arran off-grid tour. At the end of October 2022, we set off for Arran. We were full of expectation and excitement. We encountered wind and rain, so much rain, flooded park-ups, delayed ferries, and of course, the absolute disaster at the end of the tour. Join us as we tell our story in the Arran off-grid series.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are off today on another series of vlogs. Good morning.
Morning.
We're off today. We're going to visit the island of Arran.
We are.
And the trip we're hopefully...
And we reckon we'll be away for just over
Good morning.
This is about our 10th attempt to say good morning. Perhaps we should just say hello.
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 We are off to the Isle of Arran, and we're going to do a totally off-grid trip. So hopefully it won't be too challenging with our setup.
Yep, they are forecasting wind and rain for some of the week, possibly gale force winds, so that's a bit interesting, given that it will obviously involve a ferry to get over to Arran. So have we got our sea legs on us? We're just crossing the Prince of Wales Bridge right now. I shall show you a little bit out the window. Oh, there's a car. There we go. Quite nice weather at the moment. A bit cloudy, but it's not raining. And we'll take that. It really is a rather nice bridge. We're not intending to get to Arran today. It's quite a long way. How many miles is it to Arran roughly, Gray? Do you think?
About 480, I think, isn't it?
Something like 480 miles from our house. So, yeah, we could do it in a day, but we don't really feel like driving that much in one day, especially if you don't have to. So I think the plan is that we'll do a couple of off-grids before, won't we?
Yeah, today is Monday and our ferry is booked for Wednesday, so we've got plenty of time to get up there.
So where are we hoping to stop?
The Forest of Bowland. Well, I don't know if it's Bowland or Bowland,
I think it's Bowland.
is it?
Yeah, B-O-W-L-A-N-D. We will check it, but I think that's how it's spelled. So that's possibly where...
So we've got a wildcat location in mind, but whether or not that will work out, we will have to see when we get there.
Just coming off the bridge now. We'll pick you up later.
The first part of our journey takes us along the M4, up the M5 and then the M6. We're going to a place called Bateswood Nature Reserve, so we're just going to stop there for lunch. It's about 140 miles from where we start from. On this trip I'll try and give you the what three words locations as much as I can, and also a little overview from Google Earth. Just a small little car park. suits us perfectly because we're just going to have something to eat before we get on our way again.
Alright, Lou. Well, if you don't mind, you can... Well, mind you, the milk, I can't really eat that, so maybe you'll want to.
Alright, Luna.
Usually does.
Maya's got a chew.
Yeah, Lou. Is that nice, Maya? It's even more than you want it to. Hello. Oh, I don't know. This is Maya's way of telling us she wants to go on the bed. You might be right. And it looks like she's got her own way.
Well, we've stopped for lunch. Ellie's just getting us a lunch prepared.
I am.
We're about just over halfway to where we're going today. I think we've got about another hour and a half, something like that. Well, I've got a bean salad. It's absolutely gorgeous.
And I've got a bean salad too. Quite yummy.
Really nice.
And we started eating before we filmed, typical. But I've got a vegan cheese and Marmite roll and you've got a cheese and Marmite roll.
The pools and lakes in this reserve are left over from when it was an open cast mine, but now there's about 60 acres of pools and grassland with a wide range of species here. There's some great walks here, and if you're very lucky you might see a skylark. We're just taking the dogs for a quick little walk down here. We're not going far.
It's quite chilly here today. We've had some very mild weather. It's quite cold. It's going to be November tomorrow, so it's hardly a surprise. It's a very, very popular place for dogs.
To resume, we've got 77 more miles to go.
And 1 hour and 38 minutes. we couldn't see any signs saying no overnight parking, but do bear in mind it's a really small car park, so what that sign said back there. Very bumpy road as well, as you can see. Pothole City. Look at those bad boys. It's worth it though, wasn't it, Gray?
Yeah, it was nice, wasn't it?
It was nice, it was nice. The girls enjoyed it.
I found so. Our destination for tonight is in the Forest of Bowland. So we head back onto the M6 and head to a little place called Sykes. And our park up is in the Trough of Bowland.
As you can see, it's pretty dark out now. After our stop off earlier, well, there's a tractor. We got stuck in some awful traffic once we left, and we've just literally passed a sign saying Forest of Bowland. So we're not far from where we're hoping to park up for the night. It's not going to see very much tonight, as you can imagine, because it's so dark. So hopefully we can find where we think we might be parking up for the night. Normally we prefer to do these things in the daytime, but as I say, with all the traffic we couldn't quite manage that. This is what it's like. And it looks like we'll soon be arriving at our park up for the night, Langden Brook. It also looks like we've got company. Shame we can't see where we are. It's very dark here. So you will have seen that we've arrived in the Forest of Bowland, and it's absolutely pitch black out there. Had to use a torch on my phone to try and park because there's some mud right behind Merlin's back wheels. But it's actually quite level, which is good. Fed the girls, so they're quite happy.
There's little Maya, she's just had her dinner. She was very good today in the van. It hasn't been the best of journeys. We got stuck in quite a lot of traffic. Oh, we've nearly got a clean bowl from you, madam. Luna, on the other hand, is leaving a bit for later. For her old friend, Ron. And you've left it for Ron. So they've been fed and watered. Now it's time for me to cook our tea.
Well, it's quite a journey to get here, but first time we've pitched up at a wild camp in the dark, isn't it?
Yeah, down some really narrow roads as well, which
Yeah.
you'll have seen a little bit of.
Yeah, it's one we found on Search for Sites.
Luckily, before.
But,
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing what it's like tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I'm a bit uneasy with it, to be honest.
That's right.
Yeah, see, Graham's a lot braver than me about things like that. I'm not so keen if I don't know actually where I am. You know. Anyway, back to tea. So tonight we're going to have something quite simple. I'm just going to do a curry actually. I've got some, it's called What the Cluck. It's vegan chicken and some vegetables. We've got cauliflower and green beans. And I'm going to cook them in a sauce. And I'll let you know how it goes. So I've got my Filmora sizzling. And I'm just adding the What the Cluck chicken to the hot fat. And that needs to brown a little bit before we add the curry sauce. Here's the curry sauce. It's a Sharwood's one, deliciously vegan. I love this one because it's not too hot. And as you can see, I've also added some cauliflower and some green beans to the mixture. So that will all need to cook down now so that the cauliflower cooks. So we'll leave that for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes until it's tender. And towards the end, I'm going to add peas and sweet corn. They don't need much cooking at all. And finally, some brown rice that's been pre-cooked. Often I leave the rice on top, but this time we've decided to stir it in so that it's all mixed in. So, dishing up the one pot curry. We've got the rice mixed in tonight for a change rather than sat on the top, which is what we usually do. How much do you want, Gray?
Not too much, please.
Is that enough, or would you like a... Is that enough?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So, Currymeister, what do you think?
Very nice.
Enjoying it?
Yeah, can't wait till I get the naan bread.
Keep waiting.
Oh, not again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And this was our overnight view that we couldn't see yesterday. That's what we woke up to. Had a nice peaceful sound last night. Was a lot of rain though. And this is the Google Earth view of where we are. It's near a little village called Sykes in the Forest of Bowland. It's Langden Brook is the river. It's also in the trough of Bowland. I think that's because it's deep in a valley. And as you can see, I've put the What 3 Words location there. Nice place to stay.
We're waking up in the Forest of Bowland to a balmy temperature. I'll let you work out which version I mean. Of 14.8. Is it balmy or is it balmy? I'm wondering whether or not to put the heating on.
Well, this is always a sound you want to hear first thing in the morning. Graham's just dosing up the dogs, ready for a day's travel. We're trying these. We've got bonfire night as well, so lots going on for them at the moment.
Good morning.
Hi.
We've had breakfast and we're just sorting everything out so that we can get ready to drive off. But before we do that, we're going to have there's a little path that goes up to the side of the babbling brook. So we're going to go and have a look at that. Get the dogs, give them a quick little walk. This stone is a memorial to the men that were killed in air crashes in the Forest of Bowland. Men from America, Australia, Britain, Canada, New Zealand and Poland.
Lovely, isn't it, girls? Lots to sniff. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. I wonder if Maya will walk over this bridge. Good girl. It's a good girl.
Oh, this is really lovely. Enjoying this.
We're just sheltering from the rain.
We are. There's a sudden shower.
It's a bit of a heavy one.
It's a bit like that, isn't it? It's been bright sunshine and then some very cold drops of rain.
Yeah.
Well, despite the rain, that was a beautiful walk. I think we'd better get back to Merlin now. Well, we've just had a text through from the ferry company. They've had to cancel our crossing because the weather's going to be bad on Wednesday. So we've rebooked that for Friday now. It doesn't give us very long on the island really, which is a bit of a shame.
Unless, of course, the weather gets bad again.
Then we'll be trapped there.
Trapped over on Arran.
So we're heading up to, where are we going to now?
Dumfries and Galloway.
Yeah, we're going to the forest up there. As I think I've just said, Ellie's found a location there. So we're going to have a look round there. And got a couple of days in that area now. So that'd be good. We'll find something to do.
I'm sure we will.
We hope you've enjoyed this and we'll catch you next time.